I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen and another episode of What's for Dinner. This is actually what's for snack or super hors d'oeuvres or party or whatever you want to call it. We're going to make some fried ravioli. And I just had Molly sitting here in the kitchen saying, where did you get the idea for fried ravioli? Well, years ago, TGIFridays used to have fried ravioli on their menu, and I don't know if they still do, but it was the bomb. I made it once, but she doesn't remember it. So, and Rick doesn't remember either. I swear I made it. So I prefer the square ravioli, but my store didn't have any this time. So we're going to use these mini, these are a higher end brand of cheese ravioli. You could use meat ravioli if you want to, or you could use the spinach ravioli. There's several different kinds you can get out there. Buitoni makes a fresh ravioli that is square, and that is a really good one to fry. But these are already frozen, so that it makes it a little bit easier. So what we're going to do is, just like when we made the cheese sticks, we're going to dredge these in some flour. And I'm just honestly going to just put them all over here. And then I'm just going to take them as I need them. And I'm going to roll them in the egg. Make sure you get a really good coating. Stick them in the breadcrumb. And unlike the cheese sticks, I am not double dipping these. And on the tray, I'm going to show you one more. And I need to move because Rick can only ever get the back of my hand unless I use my left hand, and I can't do that very well. Into the egg and then into the breadcrumb. When you bread, you're supposed to keep one hand clean and one hand dirty. I can't do that when I'm filming. Okay, so I'm going to coat the rest of these ravioli, and when we come back, we're going to dunk them in the fryer. Okay, we're back, and all of our raviolis are coated, and I have a little secret that I like to follow. You know, I fill the tray from this end back, so when I start to fry, I always like to start where I began coating them. We're going to drop them into that hot grease. It's actually sunflower oil. You shouldn't really call it grease because it's not really grease. Gently lower those right into the pot. Now, I have asbestos fingers. If you do not have asbestos fingers, I highly recommend that you take the ravioli and lower them in with a spider or some sort of slotted spoon. That way, you won't injure yourself. I've done this a few hundred times before, so I know what I'm doing. You don't want to overcrowd your pan, and you will notice these ravioli have actually flipped upside down. So the convex part of the ravioli is now facing down once it hit that hot oil. Now, the ravioli are going to flip over and they're going to start to float. When that happens, you will know that it is time to remove it from the oil. What I will do, though, right now is I'm going to give it a little nudge with my spider, because sometimes it can stick to the bottom of the pan. Or to each other, that's right. I have my cast iron multi-cooker here that I have filled 3/4 of the way with sunflower oil. And we'll show you the bottle. This is pure sunflower oil. And I like using that. I use it once when I fry, so that's why I like to get as much out of it as I can. This is a relatively clean fry. It doesn't really make your house smell, and it's not bad for you like Crisco is. I mean, frying in general isn't that great. That's why you shouldn't partake of it that often. However, if you do it at home on your own, and you know what you're doing, and you have your oil at the proper temperature, this isn't going to be a problem. You can see that they have now begun to float, but they are not quite brown enough for me yet, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to wait. And you see how this one has almost flipped back over? That would be an indication that it's almost time to take them out. And you can see these. These have actually flipped over, and I know that it's time to remove them from the oil. Ta-da! They all have. I'm going to take them out. And what I have over here is just a sheet pan. These pans I have that I got for like $2 at Walmart on the clearance rack. And I use them specifically for prep work and for draining fried foods. I don't use them for anything else because they're really cheap. And they're cheap of quality as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to load my pan up all over again. I'm going to continue to fry these off. And when it's time to fix your plate, I'll come back and I'll show you what these look like, and we'll serve them up with some homemade marinara sauce. We're all done frying off our ravioli, and I know this is an unusual treat, but I am inspired by something I remember from when I was a teenager, and they really are delicious. We're going to serve them up with some homemade marinara sauce that I cooked earlier today with all the bountiful amount of tomatoes I have coming out of my garden this time of year. So, I hope that you will try making fried ravioli the next time you're going to have a party or some people over. They're the perfect pick-me-up snack, and they're not that hard to make. If you are new to my channel and you've not hit that subscribe button, please consider doing so today if you liked what you saw. That way you don't miss out on 1 minute of all the fun that we have here in my kitchen. If you're one of my regulars and I so appreciate you, please give me a thumbs up if you like the recipe today. Also, leave me a comment and tell me if you're going to make it. And I just want to say thank you for stopping by and visiting me in my kitchen today. I always appreciate when you do, and I love it when you come by, because without you, I would not have a channel. And as always, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you tried it. I hope you love it, and until next time, I'll see ya!